I don't know where I got cut off. I have no idea. Again, these are things that we just have to endure. Okay? All righty. Let me do a little review then. Uh, the cardinals are the movers and shakers of the zodiac. And once you reach the cardinal emphasis, you will have already gone through self mastery, self development, which begins in the fixed cross. And then from there, you extend towards your fellow human beings to learn about them, absorb them, teach them, heal them, help them, commune with them. That's the mutable cross. And once you reach that, then you develop something, a service, a product, something that's going to help further impact humanity and evolve it. And that's the cardinal cross. So people with fixed emphasis in their chart are kind of here to stay put and doing what they're doing, developing themselves, working on themselves. The mutable cross is usually people who have already mastered themselves, they know who they are, um, and they have something creative to bring to the table. Right? And these are the signs, mutable signs of healers. Right? But before I go further, I did mention about the sun and the moon. I don't know if you got that. I talk about the sun and the moon next, and I spend a lot of time talking about the sun and the moon because the sun and the moon represent your parents. It lets me know everything about your parents before you were born. No, who were with your parents before they got together and conceived you? What did they do? What was their bachelorhood like as a father, bachelorette, as a mother? What did they do? What were the goals? What were their interests? Did they get married because of love, or was it because somebody got knocked up? Or all those things are in the birth chart. Even why you were born is in the birth chart. How you was conceived. God forbid, was your mother raped? Was she a young teenage pregnancy? What was the circumstances of your birth? That's explained in detail. In fact, in such detail that I don't even think you would want to know. And it is located here, the sun and the moon. That alone is a lot of time. Once I do the sun and the moon, I go back to the ascendant and then focus on the ascendant because there may be, I have here Sagittarius 6 degrees. That means something. A person with Sagittarius in 6 degrees is going to be a totally different person with Sagittarius in 7 degrees. The numbers mean something. Then I've got to look at the houses, the planets, the depositors. Then it gets more complicated. But before I break down the grid, let me put some basics. That's where we left off. Alrighty. Let's put this over here and move closer. Because I think I put Aries too high. Dude, I'm giving you the key. The key. Because I'm taking for granted that you may know it. You might not know it. Aries is ruled by Mars. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus also rules Libra. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, but it also rules Virgo. Cancer by the moon. Leo by the sun. We already got Virgo. We already got Libra, Scorpio. So ruled by Pluto. Sag by Jupiter. Capricorn by Saturn. Aquarius by Uranus. And Pisces by Neptune. Okay? So now this is a key. I gave you the key. So now I'm going to write still on the second part of the consultation. By now an hour should have gone by. I do this grid here. Let me use the black. This can be long or short, depending on how I'm going to delineate it. Right? Okay. Here, I now look at the whole chart. How many fire signs? How many planets are in fire signs? So I look at the red. We got Jupiter in Leo. We got the moon in Aries, that's 2. We look at Sag. There are no planets in Sag. So here we got fire, water, earth, and air. So we got 2 planets in fire signs. Now, how many water? The blue is the water. Pisces down here, there are no signs. Scorpio, we got 1. We got Cancer, so there's only 1 planet in water signs. That's significant. Now let's look at Earth. Earth is the green. We got Mars in Taurus, 1. Capricorn is unoccupied. And we got Virgo. We got Pluto in Virgo, and we got Uranus in Virgo. Both of them in conjunction. This is a rare conjunction. This occurred only once, and it occurred in the 1960s. So we already know that this person is over 50 years old, because this conjunction of Pluto and Uranus took place in late 1950s to 1960s. Okay? So we got here 3 planets in Earth signs. It has to total 10, right? Because if we look at the key, we got 10 signs, 10 planets, with 2 planets ruling 2 signs, and that makes it 12. All right. Air. We have the yellow. We got Saturn and Gemini, 1. We got Venus and Mars. Is that correct? No, just Venus, because Mars is in Taurus. Venus and nothing in Aquarius. So It's not a match. I'm missing a planet here. Let's go back. Earth, we got 2. And Mars and Taurus, that's 3. Fire, we got 1, 2. Let's see, where is Mercury at? Where is Mercury at? Oh, we do have a planet in Sagittarius. I'm sorry. It is Mercury. So we got 3. We got 3. See, that by having this key, that lets me know if I'm fucking up here or not. I almost did. We got 3. It has to equal 10. 3 fires, 1 water, 3 earth, and how many air? We got 1, 2, 2. So when you add them, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one more planet missing. I'm missing a planet. I'm missing a planet. Ah, here it is. Neptune in Scorpio. So there is 2 planets in water. So now when you add 3 and 2, that's 5. 3 and 2, that's 5. That equals 10. It's okay. Now, I can do a whole reading just on this right here. Okay? The person is not very emotional, receptively wise, or giving, because they got very little water. When it comes to air, they have very little. They got 2 here and 2 water. So they might not be too practical in their thinking, or they might need maturity in their thinking. We got earth and fire. This combination of earth and fire means that this person is very focused on making money, being ambitious, and nothing is more important to these people than to making money. They don't put too much emotional energy or emotional investment on their own. They want to be externalized in what they want, because fire is about external energy. Earth can be both. With fire, it brings out resources. So this person is going to be extremely resourceful because they're able to the activity of fire and the activity of earth, bring about abundance. So they may have material abundance, but the inner self might not be as developed as the abundance externally. Okay? The next boxes, we have cardinal, mutable, right? We just went over that, and fixed. So we need to find out how many planets are in cardinal houses, how many planets are in mutable houses, and how many planets are in fixed. And there's another division too. So let's take a look. What are the cardinal signs? Libra. We got 1, Aries, 2, Capricorn, none, and Cancer, none. So we got 2 planets in cardinal houses. Mutable. Let's look at the mutable signs. Sagittarius, we got 1. Gemini, 2. Virgo, 2. That's 4. So we got 4 planets in mutable houses. Fixed. The fixed will be Taurus. We got 1. Scorpio, we got 2. And Leo, we got 1. That's 3. We are doing The fixed. No, sorry, that's mutable. Fixed. Leo, 1. Taurus, that's 2. Aquarius, none. Scorpio, we got 2. So we got 2, 1, 2. So we got 4. We got 4 planets, and 4 fixed, 4 mutable, and 2 cardinal. That spells 10. Okay? We can do a whole interpretation just on that. This information tells me a whole lot of stuff about your personality, your psychology, your behavior. Down here, we calculate the moon phase. The moon phase is calculated here. There are 28 moon phases. And whatever the moon phases are will determine the ebb and flow of your life through cycles. Okay? All righty. Now we have another division, which is called angular, succedent, and cadent. That's another division, and it gives more information. Do we have any planets on angles? The answer is yeah. We got Mercury in Sag. We got Pluto and Uranus in Virgo. We got Saturn in Gemini. So we got 1, 3, 4. We got 4 planets in angles. And how many succeeded? We got 1. Let's see. 2. And the rest are in cadent, which is 4. Notice how they repeat themselves. 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. This also gives me further information about you. So we got here 3 interpretations, plus the ascendant and the crosses, plus the sun and the moon. Do you see how this can cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because you cannot discuss all this in 2 hours. See, you have to pay for an extension for more information. The way I do it, I try to give as much as possible so you don't have to pay extra extensions. And the 7 hours of videos will help you also figure this out, you know? And then, of course, the monthly follow-ups will help put it all together, right? So I'm going to stop here because everything else gets further and further complicated. But I just wanted to show you that there is a method here, and I wanted you to gain an appreciation of the type of energy, time-consuming energy that's involved in not only calculating the chart, but then sitting down and interpreting it to you. Right? Guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this stimulates you to get a birth chart. All right, guys. I really hope this helps somebody.